YouTube world, it's your boy Lucha Lucha, aka Matthew J. Brownlee, and I'm back with another pay-per-view review. That was a horrible name, but it's okay. Um, Pretty much, this is where I do my pay-per-view and I review it. Today, it's Hell in a Cell. There will be hell to pay for three superstars. Well, there are six superstars in there, but well, there's two each that makes it six. But there's three winners, so so I was technically right. Three winners. Before I get into it, like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff in the book. Um, and if you liked Hell in a Cell like I did, give it a thumbs up. Um, I'm going to go through the match cards that wasn't the Hell in a Cell matches first, and because those matches were just like whatever, they were there. We're gonna talk about the Hell in a Cells last. So first, there was a pre-show match with R-Truth and Drew Gulak for the 24/7 championship that I did not see. Only thing I saw was Drew Gulak playing nice with Little Jimmy and then punt kicking him somewhere in the crowd. That's all I saw. Um, I'm assuming R-Truth won, and I'm kind of over the title. I hope they do something new with the title, like they just actually wrestle every week for it, or they do something where it's like since it's 24/7 rules, I challenge you to match. They have match, and maybe they get other different stuff like they have R-Truth, they have Tozawa, they have Drew Gulak, and then they have hopefully like at least like Ricochet, someone from Retribution, um, Titus O'Neil, I guess, and they just have one-on-one matches every week and be like, um, "This is the title. I'm going to defend it every week. I'll defend it 24/7. I'll defend it multiple times a night, and maybe they can do it like that and get matches off like that." But other than that, I don't know what they're going to do. I'm over it because our truth is like a 900 time champion. I don't. Anyways, so the first match of the night started with the Hell in a Cell match, but we're not going to talk about that yet. We're going to talk about Elias versus Jeff Hardy. Elias has a little mini interview and he talks trash to Elias. I mean, he talks trash to Jeff Hardy, and then he says he has the album out, and then he does a song. I think he said something about Jeff Hardy having a DUI, and then they have a match, which was fair enough, not bad. Um, yeah, it was pretty decent. They got the hits. Jeff Hardy got his greatest hits in. He with his little he does the rollover, does his drop kick thing. He does his whisper in the wind that takes him like 25 minutes to do now. Man, Jeff, I love you, boy, but you old, man. You gotta get ready to move. You gotta stop doing it. You can't be waiting, having your opponents wait 10 minutes for you to get up on top rope. Can't do it. Elias hit his thing where he had people standing up, like electric chair position. He turns around, spins them, and like power bombs them. He got that in there, which was good stuff. Um, Towards the end of the match, Elias has his guitar. He was about to swing it at Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy moves out the way, and then Jeff Hardy grabs guitar, bows, smashes it over Elias. DQ. Elias wins by disqualification, and this feud will not be over until somebody actually has an actual win. Um, I don't know if they're gonna like even mention Sheamus that's part of the feud because they keep talking about it on commentary that it's a guy with the red hair, a red beard, and the only person with the red hair and red beard is Sheamus. Even though it was funny that Samoa Joe was like, if you kind of look at one of Jeff Hardy's on hair on the left, it's kind of reddish a little bit. I was like, really, Joe? Hilarious. But I don't know if they're gonna get like Sheamus involved in it or something like that, and have actual proof that it was Sheamus and not um, Jeff. Maybe they might start a feud, and then maybe Jeff Hardy might branch off into his feud with almost said Retribution with Bray Wyatt, because I know Jeff was talking about a Willow versus Fiend type gimmick in the match and stuff like that. So that'd be cool. Jeff Hardy's old; he doesn't have a lot left in him, so that would be a good, nice feud. Next up, they announced Miz versus Otis. They recap the Law and Otis thing where JBL got bribed into giving the Miz money, which, of course, If you gave me a whole bunch of cash, I'd probably side for you too. Maybe. Um, yeah, this match again was it is what it was. Nothing spectacular. Otis got his hits in. John Morrison, Mundo, Ace, Impact, um, whatever his name is, 5 stars. Um, Morrison interfered a couple of times in there to give him as the upper hand, and then he tried to hit him with the briefcase, and the ref saw it, kicked him out the ring. Miz went to like reverse the thing that Otis was about to do. Wham! Tucky! Oh, Tucky, you broke my heart. You hit Otis with the briefcase. Miz sees it. Ref does it. 1, 2, 3. The Miz is now Mr. Money in the Bank. Woo! All right. So then after that, him and John Morrison, Mundo, Ace, under 5 stars, um, Lucha Underground, Impact, Wrestling Nitro, um, was gloating. They were saying, "Yeah, Miz is the best. He deserves to be champion." He said he cashed it in before, and he's going to do it again. Whoever the champion is, Tucker comes in. They were trying to like big him up. He was like, "Shut up! I don't even care about you guys." It was pretty much that um, Tucker's tired of being second fiddle to Otis. Every time they were doing a tag team, it was supposed to be about them. But it was always, hey, tagging Otis, let him do the caterpillar, let him show his belly and all that stuff. He's like, I'm not going to be the Marty Jannetty. It's about to be about me. I'm the one that gives him all his confidence. Otis couldn't even tie his shoes without me. I am his function, which is fair because he did say that Otis was stupid on in Law and Orders. He did call him stupid, so that was actually kind of funny. Otis comes out. He beats up everybody, runs off Tucky, who I don't know if we're allowed to call him Tucky anymore. I love Tucky. Tucky, you betrayed me, Tucky. My heart, Tucky. And yeah, Miz wins. Tucky is mad. I mean Tucky. Well, he is mad. He heel now. Maybe Tucky might be in that 24/7 championship thing too. Cause there ain't no way he gonna be United States champion or WWE champion. I mean, he could probably go back to NXT and do some good stuff in NXT. That'd be probably his best bet. Is either NXT and do some great stuff, change his whole character around and bring him back to the main roster, or 24/7 stuff. That's gonna be his only two options. Otis, um, I can see him being Intercontinental Champion. That would be my best bet, especially since him and Sammy had like a little beef. So yeah, I can see him being Intercontinental Champion next. Because if it's not Big E, he's probably going to be WWE Champion or Universal Champion, whatever. It'll probably be Otis, and I'm not mad about any of that. I will give that match a C plus, as well as the match with Elias and Hardy. Again, not much to write home about, but in the end, decent ending. Next up was Bailey versus Sasha, but we're not talking about that yet. We're going to talk about Bobby versus Slapjack. During the pre-show, Ali challenged anyone from Retribution to face. He can pick anybody from the Hurt Business to face anybody from Retribution. They can choose all of it. And then of course they choose Bobby Lashley, and they said they're gonna face that big T bar guy. I was like, not him. And they was like, hey, who's that? The one with the mask. Everybody looked at him like, the Matt Slapjack guy. He was like, oh, Slapjack. So there was that, and then it was for the United States Championship. This match was actually low key pretty fun. Of course, Bobby was dominating and stuff like that, but Slapjack, aka um, Shane Thorne, I almost forgot his name. He got some offense in. Bobby Lashley was bumping for him pretty heavy. He did do this drop kick that completely missed Bobby Lashley, but I guess we're gonna just like pretend it didn't happen. But he did hit one of those drop kicks. He hit a nice like power bomb, like a the thing that Kevin Owens does, like the turnbuckle tumble thing. I don't know how I forget the name of it. Cannonball, the cannonball. Oh my god, he had like the cannonball on him. He hit a nice DDT. So yeah, he was getting some good offense in there, showing that he's out here in the streets. Bobby Lashley, of course, big dominant man out here, beating him up, and he smoothly when T Slapjack was running the ropes, he smoothly like moved and like picked him up, boom, slammed him, got him in a hurt lock. He tapped out. As soon as he tapped out, the rest of Retribution came out. They were trying to jump him. Didn't work. He fended them both off, and then the other members of Hurt Business came out, and again they lose, and they out here looking scary, which is unfortunate. But I think this is all leading to Ali being United States champion. I think he's going to get the title from Bobby Lashley, which is good. Hopefully, this also means that T Bar and Mace will be in that tag team title scene, probably with Shelton and Cedric. That'll probably be good stuff. I hope they add like Naomi into their group in the Hurt Business and like get one more guy from the from Hurt Business, because like I love MVP, but man, let him just manage, just let him manage everybody. Because that's why I was hoping that Ricochet was going to be part of the Hurt Business, because if you would have had them two as the Hurt Business, and because I feel like they're being like kind of transitioned to faces again now. If you had him and Ricochet as a tag team, they could be in a tag team to go against like the big guys. You could have them. You could have T Bar and Mace. You could have the New Day who's there. Uh, who else is? Who else is? What are the tag teams? Oh, Lucha House Party. Yep, that's it. I think that's about it. So, but you can have those. You can have those four right there. Have them kill it in the tag team division. There, I feel like there's got to be one more tag team on Raw. No, I feel like there could be, but I don't remember. But oh, Miz and Morrison, duh, I forgot about them. But yeah, you can have those guys like all intertwined and stuff like that. It could be interesting for that tag team scene, and then you can have another guy, and then you could have had Shelton Benjamin in that 24/7 title picture again with Slapjack, throw him in there, and with Titus, who also got beef with them now. With R Truth, um, Butchmaface, Drew Gulak, and Tozawa. You got yourself like a little mini division in there. You add in the big guy, Tapu Koko, Lele. Add him in there, and then you have Dio Madden. You have Riddick Moss and Raul Reyes. Him. You have them as a group as Team Underground, Team Raw Underground. Have them as a little thing, have them in the tag division. There's so much stuff they can do about it, but that's not my business right now. But Ali for United States champion, that's gonna happen. All right, so we're at the Hell in a Cell matches. These were all very good. Um, what I liked about the Hell in a Cell matches is, well, these three specifically, is that they were all different. As where the Roman versus Jay Hell in a Cell match, they were based on pure storytelling, pure emotion. Um, of course, they can wrestle, but they weren't there in the cell to put on a wrestling match. They were in there to tell a story, and their story was superb throughout the show. Sasha Bailey, their match, of course, based around "You Betrayed Me," but they used probably the most creative way of the use of the cell, and I'll get to that when I get to talk to that match. But theirs was the most creative. Um, and then Drew versus Orton was, of course, the most physical. It was the most like I want to say the most formula like the formula for the Hell in a Cell match. It was the basic Hell in a Cell match, but it was just the physical version of the Hell in a Cell match. Um, which was still good though. So Roman versus Jay was the first one. It opened the show. This through a storytelling perspective was fantastic. Um, I like so what happens is out the gate, Roman spears Jay just out the gate, like cop cops him, boom, spear. He was like, say I quit, you know. There was some stuff where Jay was doing suicide dives to Roman outside. He was hitting steel and stuff like that. Um, he was hitting some splashes on Roman. And he was asking, he was like, "Do you quit? Do you quit?" And then Roman says, "The head of the table never quits." I was like, "Oh, you better go to work." Um, Jay was like getting. He got and one time he got the Samoan strap. I think Roman had already speared him twice already, and then before he got it, Jay hit some super kicks on him, hit a splash on him, and then he hit another splash. That's when Roman said the head of the table never quits. And then Jay grabs his strap, and this is what he says, and I wrote this down because it was great. He said, "You gonna quit today, Oos, or I'm gonna whoop the dog shit out of you." I said, "Damn!" And he was whipping him, and then he whipped him so hard, he whipped him off the ropes. Boom, another spear. And then Roman looked at him. He was like, "You gonna whip me? Oh, you gonna whip Tribal Chief?" Oh no, he didn't. Okay. So he grabs it. Boom, starts laying in on Jay. Um, beating the shit out of him, like beating him. And then he wrapped it around his arm, and he was trying to fight it. He goes in there, boom, laying strikes to each other, laying forearms to each other, and then uh, Jay hit a super kick on him, and I think Roman hit like a Superman punch, uh, but he kicks up. I think he low blows him or something like that. He grabs the strap and starts trying to wrap it around Roman's neck and just cranking it on him. Just he can't breathe. Just again the strap. He does it twice and Roman passes out twice. He acts him the first time and then he gets up and then Jay grabs it and gets it again. Has him pass out. I was like, I ain't even gonna hold you. I was like, is he about to tap out? Of course he doesn't tap out. He passes out and then he tries to uh, he tries to get something, but Roman reverses it, and then then this is when Roman another spear. Now he's mad. Now he's like, oh this no he did not. The the audacity of this guy. And then this is when he just starts beating Jay, beating him up. Jay's not saying he quits. Spears, no quit. Uh, he gets him on his head near the steel post. Drive by. Do you quit? No. I think he hit him with a guillotine. Oh, he also hit him. He got him with a guillotine. That's what. Sorry, I forgot that part. Caught him with a guillotine. This is why I'm supposed to write this stuff down. Hit him with a guillotine. Jay passes out, and that's when it was like they were big enough. This is what tapped out Braun Strowman. This is what it took him out and stuff like that. And it was the same move. Had him with the guillotine. He was like, just quit. It, just quit. It'll be all over. Just quit. And he wouldn't quit. And that's when he brought him to the ring post. Drive by. Told him to quit. He said, just quit. This can all be over. All you got to do is just quit. Jay wasn't going to quit. And then he got the steel steps. lays it in front of him. Boom, drive by, face, still steps, still not gonna quit. He was like, this mother. So he grabs it. He throws the steps out in the ring, and then the ref is about to call it. He's like, I gotta call it, and then Roman goes. He's like, what do you think you're doing? He said, I gotta call. He's like, I gotta call it. He was like, I'm calling the match out. And then Roman said, he's like, I'm wrong. He was like, I'm calling you out. And then he throws the ref out the ring. And then that's when all the other refs come in here, and they unlock the door. And he's about to do something to Jay. And all the refs are like going, they're trying to attend to him. Roman goes back out there. He's like, well, I guess we all gonna be stuck in here because we ain't gonna be done until he quits. And he closes the cell door, and he goes in the ring. He looks at all of them. Everybody else goes out, and then he puts the steel steps around like his neck. He was like, "Look, yo, you my cousin. I love you with family. So all you had to do was just say you quit. Just come under me. Take care of you." He's like, "Just let me be head of the household. It'll all be good. That's all you gotta do." It's like, but I guess this is what you want to do. So he grabs the steel steps. He's about to slam Jay's head. Brother Jimmy comes out. He was like, "Oh, whoa, no, no, hey, Oos, what? Come on, what are you doing?" He was like, "What are you doing, Oos? This is your family. This is your blood. This is John." And then Roman just selling it, starts crying a little bit. He's sitting down. He's like, we always got your back, man. But this is what you want to do to him, to us. It's your family. He's sitting. He's like, "There's a lot of pressure, man. I don't know. I'm sorry." He's crying. He was over there. And Jay was about to blow the hand. They embrace. And then Roman, the sneaky little devil, boom, caught Jimmy in the guillotine. Has him laughing at the guillotine. Jimmy's tapping out. He's like tapping on Jay, trying to wake him up. And then Jay looks up, sees he's in the guillotine, he's trying to get him. He's trying to get him, but he can't. And then he was like, "All right, man, I quit. I quit. I quit." So Jay Uso quits, but not because of what Roman was doing to Jay, but because he couldn't stand to see his brother be hurt. Oh, oh man, what all in the feelings? Fantastic. And to top it all off, they raise the cage. They're sitting there. They're depressed. They're crying. Roman goes out to the ramp. Appa, and Sika are on the ramp to give Roman the official coronation that he is the number one. He is the head of the table. He is the tribal chief. He has been passed on the duties as head of table. Fantastic. Fantastic. I want to give it like an A plus. This was so good. So good from the storytelling. I mean, they could have, of course, they could have, if they really wanted to, they could have came out there and then told like they just wrestled and used weapons and did all of that stuff. But man, it wasn't about that. It was about the respect of Roman being called tribal chief and Jay being it's like no, like it's not all about you. It's all we're all family. I want to be head of the table. I want to be tribal chief. You're not gonna make me say I quit. And he didn't until his brother uh, he saw his brother was hurt. So, and now Jimmy has to either do all Roman's bidding or he's kicked out of the family. Man, good stuff. After that, another Hell in a Cell match, another fantastic Hell in a Cell match. Sasha Banks versus Bailey. This match was so good. This was the best wrestling of the whole show. Like as part of wrestling and match quality goes, this was the best. It wasn't going to be anything touching this match. Like I knew it wasn't going to be anything touching this match. And I don't know why they didn't make this the main event. It should have been the main event. But yeah, no, this match was good. Bailey early tried to hit Sasha with a chair. Sasha Banks drop kicked the chair out of her hand, slid it out the ring, while the cell cage was going down. That was fantastic. Sasha got upper hand early, went from an early bank statement. Bailey got out of it. They were fighting outside. They were doing like throwing each other on a steel cage. Uh, Bailey went to set up a table, or well, first Sasha went to set up a table, but Bailey like threw her on the cage, and then she went to set up the table a different way. She went on the other side. Sasha Banks picked picked it up, pushed her through the table, like squished her between like the table and the end of the cell. Ran up, meteor her face to the cell. I said, "Oh, wow, this match is about to be fire, isn't it?" She threw her in the ring, another meteor for a two. Man, this was just fantastic stuff. They did stuff where that Bailey was gonna try to throw Sasha off the cell. Well, she tried to throw her on the cell, but she like ran and she jumped on the cell, and then she jumped back on the cell, and then she did another like Hurricane Rana on the cell. Oh, this match was so good. Bailey um, dropped toe because Sasha was trying to do something with like kendo sticks on the steps, and Bailey moved one, and then Sasha went to run towards after her, and she toe hold like did a step like tripped her step toe hold her neck through the kendo stick, which messed her neck up from before, and um and then Bailey was all happy. She was like, "Oh, great idea, Sasha!" So she wanted to get more kendo sticks. Uh, Sasha wanted to fight her off, but she grabbed her legs and she did the thing that Tommaso Ciampa does to people now on the apron. She did that to her on the kendo sticks. Oh man, good stuff, good stuff. And then she went to set something up else on there with duct tape, but I don't. They never used that part. Um, yeah, this was creative, so creative. Um, they had still was it the steel steps? No, it was yeah, it was steel steps. They had brought in a ring. Um, was it steel? It was like a chair. They had like a chair. Oh no, it was a table. I lied. Sorry, my bad. It was a table. It was like a table and chairs. That was the setup, and they went to do something. And Bailey tried to do something crazy, and then Sasha like got up after Bailey had tore her up. She like jumped over it and knocked Bailey out. She pushed her out the way, jumped over it, hit a meteora, smoothly jumped over it, hit a meteora on her, and then hit her with a Bailey to belly for a close two. That was smooth. And then she tried to go for something, and then Bailey hit her own Bailey to belly for a two. Uh, Sasha was being really weak here. She kicked out of two, barely kicked out of two. She kicked out of that one, and then on the outside, Sasha power bombed her on the cell, and then she tried to pick her up, and then Bailey swiftly hit her like that faceplant DDT on Sasha, rolled off for another like light two, and then in the end, in the end, Sasha goes for her chair that she had gotten, tried to hit Bailey with it. She moves out the way, um, hits her with it multiple times, grabs the chair, uh, bank statement, racketed up her neck with the chair. Oh, I know. I remember what happened now. Bailey had her on the table, and she tried to use the chair. That's what happened. She tried to use the chair to do a to do like her elbow thing, and Bailey moved out the way, or Sasha moved out the way, and then she jumped on the table, hit a meteora, and then it followed with the Bailey to belly. That's what happened. But anyways, she hit her with the bank statement, neck on bank statement. Bailey taps out and new WWE SmackDown Women's Champion. The reign of 300 plus days, 380 something plus days as champion has come to an end. Sasha Banks, for her first time, is now SmackDown Women's Champion. And for the longest, the title she was looking at the reference handed her the title, and she wasn't even looking at the title. She was just looking straight at Bailey until she looked at the title. She looked at it and she's like smiled and she was like, "Yeah." And Bailey was lit over there. She was smiling too. She was trying not to smile, but she was smiling. But she was trying to smile and like be mad at the same time. But they know that she was happy for her friend. They know that they knew that this match was there was going to be beat, and it did not get beat. This match was probably the best match of the night. It was fantastic. I enjoyed every second of it. I feel like that they're gonna. I think they're gonna do like a rematch. Like they might do like a rematch, like either this Friday or in a couple of weeks, where they're gonna continue that thing where Sasha Banks has never successfully defended her championship, and I honestly think Bayley's gonna get that title back, and then they're gonna finish it off at WrestleMania. That's what I think. I think she's gonna get it back, and then when she beats her at WrestleMania, I think that's when she's gonna break her curse of defended it successfully after WrestleMania, and then she's gonna move on to like other talent and stuff like that. But this is far from over. Fantastic match though. Finally, the actual main event: um, Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. This was the physical part of the match. This was not as I don't think it was as good as the other two matches, and which is why I thought that Bailey and Sasha was going to main event it. Should have main evented. But this was still good stuff. I enjoyed the fact that Drew and Orton they did take it a little. They tried to take it a little bit outside the box, where they brawled outside the cell first before they even got in the cell. Randy Orton tried to do his backdrop on Drew, but he wasn't allowing it. He was beating him up. They let the cell drop, and they closed the cell. They locked it up, and this is where Drew was mostly in control during the whole match. Drew was pretty much in control. He looked very comfortable inside the cell. He was throwing Randy Orton all through the cell. He was hitting him with uh, in the on the steel post and stuff like that. Um, yeah, this match was fine. I think towards the end is where it got a little bit more interesting because it stopped from being like a Hell in a Cell physical match to like a regular match. But then Randy Orton, after he couldn't take out Drew for whatever reason, he decided to get bolt cutters and leave. He was like, I've been WWE champion for 13 times. I don't need this one. And so he goes to leave, and Drew chases after him or whatever, and then he pushes him off, and then Randy Orton climbs the steps like, come follow me, and so Drew does. He goes up there. He has like a lead pipe, and he tries to hit him with the pipe, but he doesn't. They brawl for a little bit, and then Randy Orton is going down, and then Drew follows him, and then that table spot from earlier, he knocks Drew off of it. He falls through the table. Then he's crawling, he's bleeding, first blood throughout the whole show. Uh, Drew is bleeding through in the mouth. He's trying to crawl through the inside the cell, and Randy Orton's just staring a hole into him. Um, Drew hits. This is where he was being methodical. Drew hit a Glasgow kiss. He hit I think he hit him with the claymore, but he was too hurt to try to do it. And then he tried to do like another claymore. Randy moves out the way. RKO. 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton is a 14-time WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And when Randy Orton won, I was like, oh well, Miz is gonna cash in the title. He's gonna cash in now because they're both hurt. So this is why they did this match last. Oh, Miz is gonna cash in. He didn't cash in. It ends and Drew's like, okay, I respect that. You win. You the better man. He was kind of mad, but he was like, all right, you got it. And Randy Orton is 14-time WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And like I said, this match was fine. It wasn't. I don't think it was as good as the other two. I'd say this was like a B plus. I think the other two cage or Hell in a Cell matches was about A plus matches. Um, Altogether, though, I'm going to give the show an A minus. From the two top Hell in a Cell matches, those two, the first two are fire. This was still really good. The development with Tucky being heel and now Mr. Money in the Bank, it's good stuff. Um, just me hoping that Ali is going to be United States champion soon gives me hope to bump this up. But the undercard was there, it was fine, it was whatever. It was probably just setting up for whatever's happening. But those three Hell in a Cell matches, especially those first two, was fantastic. Overall, really good show. I enjoyed it. But that's all I got. What do you guys think? Let me know. See you.